Living the dream.
Oh, I'm a tight swinger, mate.
And he gets to see my face every week, so I mean, how lucky is he? Absolute professionals at this. We do put it on YouTube.
I'm genuinely impressed, mate. Genuinely impressed.
Edit that. We'll cut that bit out.
Right, let's get this done and get home. Right. Good evening, Andy.
Good evening, Leon. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Good evening, Andy.
Good evening, Leon. Season 2, episode 23.
Happy Dad Tales Day, my friend.
Happy Dad Tales Day. We joke about getting this done and wrapped up early, but we've I've had some feedback from last week's episode.
Nice.
Week.
I had some feedback.
I was told last week's episode was rubbish.
Oh, I didn't get that. I got told we need to do more research.
Does that as well? No, but it was rubbish because it wasn't long enough.
Oh.
So it was quite a compliment, really.
Yeah, so like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
You're rubbish because you don't do enough content.
Yeah.
I like that. Who was that then?
Well, Tiny.
Oh, did he really? Hang on, the guy who had to like pretty much gag,
said,
kidnap and put in a van to listen to is now listening and going, you're not doing it long enough.
Now complaining we're not doing it. Maybe we should do twice a week.
Is this because he's like a long distance lorry driver that he needs longer time?
Well, the issue we stopped with him because he couldn't listen to us for too long. So we need to find that balance with him.
Yeah. I mean, what I would say is if we hadn't got that quite fixed, go back to season 1, just start again.
Good.
We're just so good. We're good for like, do you know when you watch a really good season, you go, yeah, I'll watch that again. Because it's good. Like Sons of Anarchy, I've done twice, 3 times. Maybe more. But, whoa, what a season, nice.
How's your week been?
I've been good, mate. I've had a steady Eddie week, to be fair. Not really much to report on the family front. We've done some school projects and we're in half term, so they're all wrapped up and ready to rock and roll for when we get back to school in a week's time.
Oh, that's good planning, isn't it?
So, yeah. I enjoy it, though. It's my forte.
Do you push them to one side and just take over?
Oh, pretty much. To the point where we start and like, what can I do? And I'm like, well, don't ruin that, so I'll do this. Don't ruin that, because I'll do this. Right, go watch telly, I'll get you it's ready.
Take it to school as it's yours.
Yeah. Miss, what do you think? That's amazing. No, hang on, he didn't do no, it was me.
No, gets homework for not doing his own work.
But yeah, no, I enjoy it. We did called A Book in a Box. She had to do like a book representative of what you enjoy in a box. She chose Harry Potter. He chose Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Nice.
That was quite cool.
And I've seen them, and I can vouch and say that Noah's and Ava have both done very, very well.
Yeah. I enjoy it, like I say. It's my thing. Even as a kid, I used to love doing like art and stuff. I'm not good at it, and I won't proclaim to be ever good at it, but I enjoy it. There's something about, like just getting lost in messing
just
about.
being creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember making at school once. It was me and a couple of friends, and we made a battery-powered lorry.
Mm.
So we made it out of like wood and doweling, and made the frame and everything, and put like sides on it. And yeah, we got like battery-powered in the middle, so it moved. It didn't move very fast, but it moved.
It's impressive.
And that's all we wanted. We just wanted it to kind of, we've made this and it's moved.
Yeah, that's the thing I like. Yeah,
I'm not very good at stuff. We've established I'm not very good at anything.
No, I almost made an ashtray in woodwork. Didn't smoke. I made an ashtray. None in family work, but it was easy enough to bore the middle out and then just put some slits in it. I guess some award for that, mate.
For my design GCSE project, the theme was leisure, so you had to make something associated with leisure. So I made a footstool. So I just made a box to put your feet on. Yeah, because leisure was watching telly.
Is it?
Hey, I was allowed to do it.
You can say in your day, my day. God, what a difference 20 years makes between my time and yours. Leisure. Leisure's putting your feet up. In my leisure, my days, I had to do some exercise and get fit.
Nah, I was getting your feet up, popping them on a box. Yeah, do you know, it was one of them as well. It was for GCSE, and you didn't even cut the wood yourself. You just did all the measurements, passed them to your teacher, and what kind of wood you wanted and stuff. And then they'll be there next time, all ready for you.
What?
And then we just sort of nailed them together. I think I literally nailed them. There was no tongue in groove joint. Is tongue in groove?
Pass.
Oh, that's a pop group, isn't it?
I don't know. Once again, that lost me.
It's that film that you brought around that time, remember?
But
Yeah, so butterfly joint is a joint, isn't it?
again, I don't know.
Beaver joint, is that a joint?
That's that film we watched again.
What was that research thing? Somebody said we don't do no research.
Yeah.
Clearly we don't. But that's the fun in it. That's the fun. Like anybody, we can sit in a pub and talk and just make stuff up. And if you can pass it off as if you know that you kind of feel like you know what you're talking about, then surely that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, we got called out, about not doing research because apparently we'd said that Kurt Zuma's brother played for, I don't know if we said Dagenham Redbridge or what we said, but we got it wrong, put it that way.
Yeah.
To the point where you said that, I was like, sounds about right, it's a football team. Yeah, let's go with it. I didn't question it. I go, that's not right.
I was listening back to it, and when I was listening back, I was like, oh, you said that you agree. You said you know.
Yeah, no, because it's like I'm like, you've done the research, it's like, I'll agree. Cause it's not worse than you doing something than me going, that's not right. Ruin the podcast.
Well, it doesn't normally stop you.
I
tell you what, mate, it doesn't stop me. If you're wrong, I'm telling you. I think I did say, though, and if we go back and listen, I'm sure I did say, I think it was...
Is that a get out?
I think. Like yep.
Was Dagenham Redbridge?
No. Let's not get into it.
I can't remember what it is.
Let's not get into this. Do you know what my week's been?
If we must.
I was in A&E on Friday.
Really?
Yeah, I told you this.
I don't know. My face was like, oh, what? Mate, what's wrong?
It sounds a lot worse than it was. And
you even
text me on Friday, so I need to say, how's your day going?
Did I?
Yeah.
Go on. Tell us then. This better be a proper war wound.
No, I've massively oversold it. But I wanted to tell you about it because I went in and she told me off.
What, the woman in A&E told you off?
Yeah.
What, wasting time, I hope?
Well, pretty much, and not taking painkillers and not going to see my doctor first. But I was in agony. So I've got plantar fasciitis, yeah. So,
which means, girl.
So I've got a sore foot.
Yeah. Got a boo-boo.
But honestly, Thursday night I couldn't sleep. Was in that much pain. That's why I went to A&E. Because you know what our doctors is like, trying to get upon our doctors. And I was trying to not disrupt my work too much. So I thought if I just go first thing in the morning, there was nobody in there, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm in a queue and I'm pushing kids out of the way going, no, I'm first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she told me off for not taking painkillers. But
so we're going to go, mate, plantar fasciitis, it's just common heel prick. Isn't it?
But I didn't know what it was. And that was my thing, is that I want to know what it was so I can do something about it. If I'd have taken painkillers and after 2 days it'd gone away, but then it come back again.
Take painkillers again?
Yeah, exactly. How long do you do that for? You can't do it forever, can you?
Mate, I take painkillers periodically just for problems all the time.
Yeah,
antibiotics, I take all sorts of periodically just to keep myself in check.
You have stuff leaking out of you though a lot of the time.
My nose is always leaking to there.
Oh. Yeah, so she told me off. No,
good. You wasted. You bloody wasting.
Yeah, wasting time on NHS. It wasn't like no. She. It was very patronising how she did it.
She probably had to go. Help you, okay, little boy.
She said next time, don't waste my time and go to your doctor first. So yeah,
I think it's a bit harsh, really.
Well, I thought it was a bit harsh
because you don't.
40-year-old man.
I was gonna say you don't know what's wrong. You know your body. You know something's not quite right. Therefore, and you hear all these things about people like ignoring things, and then turns out they go, "Well, should I check ages ago because your foot's fallen off now, mate?"
And I don't want to oversell it, and it's probably because I was tired at the time. But it started on sort of Wednesday. Yeah, it started on Wednesday. Thursday, you could feel it got worse, and then Thursday night, and my movement in my ankle was getting less and less. There was no flexion in it at all, and I'm thinking, what if this is proper bad? What if I have to have it opted off?
Oh, God, you gone there straight away.
I went straight there, and I think it was probably because I was tired, and it was 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, plantar fasciitis is really bad because it's all your tendons tighten up and stuff, and I think it's common known as a heel prick where the base of your heel hurts. Was your base of your heel hurting?
Yeah.
So I've had it where I've jarred my foot and it's caused the pain up in my Achilles heel through my.
Yeah,
foot.
We're not supposed to diagnose ourselves.
Oh no, but even that I think it was Rach Kirby who diagnosed the actual problem that I had when I did all them time ago.
And if it happens again, I'll know what it is and I can do something about it. But I needed to know.
The problem is, like, the sole of your foot alert or like the back of your Achilles heel hair. But this time we were like more now, like down towards your toes or something. Like something different, something going on here. Same problem, but something not right here. My toes don't work.
That's why we go see people that know what they're talking about, isn't it?
Well, do you know what? I have no confidence. Well, careful we are. But my confidence is less and less with like doctors and stuff. To the point where like you go and you say, "Oh, I've got this," and they go, "Yeah, it's that." It's like, what? Do you not want to see it? I had like an ear infection, and they diagnosed me.
Things leaking.
Yeah, they diagnosed. This was quite a while ago, but they diagnosed me. It was part of COVID, but they diagnosed me over the phone. Didn't look at it, didn't check it, didn't do nothing. I was at a course of antibiotics. It cleared up. Don't get me wrong. It could have been all. I could have had like something in my ear. They didn't look at it. They didn't know. They was like, yeah, course of antibiotics. To the point where I'm thinking, how could be a doctor?
Now your Olympic dream's gone.
Well, I think I could be it. Do you know, I think it's crazy.
It is absolutely crazy. And the thing was, I went a couple of years ago because I got shin splints. But again, I didn't know what it was. I just got pain in the front of my legs. And the doctor sent me straight across for an x-ray. So I'm thinking, if I go to a doctor and say I've hurt myself, he's going to go, you need to go across to A&E. So I just thought, let's just cut the middleman out.
Yeah.
Go straight there.
Go there. Get his scan.
And it was only because I was in absolute agony that I went. If I want to be in agony, I wouldn't have bothered.
Yeah, it did feel threshold of pain, didn't it? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. But that's it. And I think I've got a decent pain threshold. I would never waste time. But now I would definitely question if I ever go again. If my arm's falling off.
I was going to say, this is the problem that people have to be careful of. Like, to the point where you turn someone away, not saying crying wolf, but they think it's a sort of crying wolf, where you think, oh, God, you belittled me on something so trivial, but I'm in actual agony. To where you got something else that's probably the same pain threshold, but a different symptom at it.
Yeah.
Do you know, you have the same pain in your arm, and you're going, oh, it's probably just some sort of tendonitis or tennis elbow, which is very similar to plantar fasciitis. And you go, yeah, actually, you have an heart attack, mate. I mean, you ignore it, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So,
let's be careful.
Shame on you.
Oh, bloody NHS. Can I redact that, please? I don't think we've got enough funds to make those allegations.
Yeah, you won't catch me on doorstep clapping anyway.
You got the clap?
Yeah, that's what I've got tablets for. Right, this week's question. We are talking about if you could have the answer to any question whatsoever, but only one, what would you do? What would it be?
What do women want?
I mean, it's
genuinely.
It's a very broad, though, isn't it?
The bamboozled me. Never happy.
It's just maybe you can't recommend it.
No, that's what I'm saying. What do I need to do?
Do you know what I'd do? I'd want to know some sort of conspiracy theory, like the moon landing or something like that.
Yeah, so I can know for sure. No. Hang on, don't not tin it off your edges till you bugger.
No, I know that's real. I know
so
that.
Why are you bringing it up?
Because then I can tell everybody.
You go, you part of the conspiracy. What's wrong with you?
No, but I'd have the proper answer.
Why?
Well, because I've just asked the question. You know, this week's topic.
To who?
But the world.
Right, so everyone knows that whatever Andy knows is the truth.
Of this one thing, yeah. It's like going in a booth and just saying to somebody, right, how many times have I ever written the word the? And they'll just go, right, you've written it this amount of times.
What a waste of that talent. Please don't do that.
No, that won't be my question. But just something like that, or the flat earth thing.
Yeah, once again, just don't waste your question on that, because if you listen, thanks for listening, mate. But if you're a moron and you think that's why, then wake up, mate. I'm wasting my powers on that.
We value your opinion, but you're wrong.
You moron. Oh God,
that's all three of our listeners gone.
I hope so. Yeah, we don't want them anyway, do we? No, now look, we're going to the flat earthers and just everyone listeners. But
Bully fools.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on. So what have you got? Yours would be like if you could have the creme de la creme of question. Like mine's. Do you know? I don't get too deep on this, but what's our purpose?
Ooh, that is deep.
And like. There's like a divine higher power somewhere along the lines. What's the purpose? Like, you know, we just work, we live, we breed, we reproduce. For
Yeah, we do.
for what though? Like, if you go back millennial, that's all we've done. Like, there's been some great people of power, great people of like thinkers, but there's been no progression in that, has there? Like, do you know, like we've not unlocked anything. Is that it now? We just keep going. I get about evolution of technology, but why are we here? Are we genuinely just the Goldilocks was in the right place at the right time, Big Bang, or is there a bigger divine thing that's controlling, and we're like in we're in like an ant's tank, and there's someone watching, and we just can't see them.
Well, I asked Lexa this, and she said she wanted to know where we came from.
It's very similar,
yeah. The Big Bang. Surely can that just be a thing that there's a Big Bang and then we just appear? Or is it that dinosaurs gave birth to us?
Come on, mate.
Adam and Eve.
Who were they like?
Rita and Steve. You know, whichever ones. Oh, that's definitely been picked up on, Mike. That. I hope this hasn't got smelly vision, because people will be crashing the cars, and you absolute stink. We should just mention that Leon's eating something.
Has died.
Someone. And it's not very nice. If I'm sick on here, this ain't going to do our ratings very good.
I'm with Lexia, by the way.
Oh.
Tell us about window.
I've grabbed one. Oh, Gertrude, or what storm we got coming now?
That's too maiden as well. I know it's not a plonker pause, but we've got all these different storms coming.
We're on number 2, and there's another one coming this week. It's Albert coming this week, isn't it?
No, we've had
Dudley, Houston,
or whatever it is. And now we've got Finley is coming, haven't we?
I thought it began with an A, the next one.
No, we're an S, but I can get anyway. Yeah, so go back to, we digress, cut that out. We go back to Lexi, go on, so.
Yeah, so that was her thought. That's what she would want to know, where we've evolved from.
Yeah, I'm with her on that, big time. I really do want to know what's our purpose. And not like, as in like, what's it for? As in like, no, what's the point? But as in like, why? Like, there's got to be some sort of process. It can't be we just look, chance, and off we go. Because there's like animals and stuff. Like, is it genuinely we're just like the Goldilocks?
Do you think there's somebody like watching us, like Sims?
I hope so. Because if not, then
maybe that's the life on other planets.
I genuinely hope we are in like our own, like some alien or some divine power has put us in like our own like little ant's nest or like our fish tank or whatever. Yeah. Just scratch it out and go, there you go, mate, enjoy. I think it's round, but
I'll put you flat so I can see you all at once.
Yeah. And then you look under and go, where's everybody?
They're hiding.
But I'd rather have that as a theory, that we're like in like some sort of like in like a cage, like in the zoo or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
If we was to know our purpose though, would we try capturing that purpose quicker? Like completing a game, for instance. If you know that what's at the end and you do it and you complete it, then that's it, game over. What if our purpose is to, I don't know, probably blow each other up, which is probably what's going to happen in the next few weeks.
Obviously, this might not make it to Thursday in this recording.
Is it? We're not supposed to be around for this amount of years?
How do I say that?
I mean, this is proper pub chat shit, innit?
Yeah.
Where we go with this. Right, let's see what our avid listeners have said. So I put this out on the old Book of Faces. Very different answers here as well.
Okay.
So Ben Merritt says, why does the laundry never end?
Oh, I hear that.
This is a brilliant one. Warren Todd says, what my wife wants for dinner. Do you ever get this? What do you want for tea? I don't know, it's up to you. I'm not fussed.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you choose. No, you choose. Well, right, tell you what, let's have fish and chips. I don't want fish and chips.
To be fair, I'm more the pain in the ass than she is when it comes to this sort of thing. Like, she's always asking me what I want, and I'm like, whatever. Because I'll eat all. Like, I will. Genuinely, she could serve me a big mix-up and I'll eat it. So I'm probably the worst in that one. So that probably relates to my wife that does me.
It is at this point.
Oh, right, okay.
Really. Mike Howell says, why, every 5 seconds. Lottery numbers for next week. Colin Anderson says, I want to know all the secrets of the government.
I don't.
No, I don't.
The shit it gets.
Yeah. A bit like yours, Mizzou Enze, I've probably pronounced that very wrong, but he says, what goes through a woman's head?
Yeah.
Joe Elmore says, why can't we talk about Bruno?
Have I missed that?
Have you not seen that song? That it's a film, innit? And they go, "We don't talk about Bruno." No.
Oh yeah, my kids sing that all the time. Actually, now
What is the path to becoming a true Jedi?
Oh, sign me up.
I don't understand this one. Dave King says, "Why does 3 times plus 1 problem always end up 4-2-1 loop? Is there any positive integer that doesn't?"
What a science nut we got there. True listener there.
Michael Mivilli says, "What are women thinking?" Benjamin Rohe, if cats were meant to be pets, then why do they have razor blades on their feet? And somebody's commented saying murder mittens.
True. Cats are evil.
Brad Foster says, "How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?"
To be fair, well done, mate. I'll clap that. You got that right.
Roughly the same amount as the board the Mongol horde would hoard if they got bored. The riddle of steel? Don't know what that means.
Yeah.
How can I make sure my kids will be happy, successful, good people that find a lifetime of lasting true love?
Deep. Too deep for this podcast.
Absolutely too deep.
I think they've got the wrong podcast there. I think they need to listen to like Life of Brian or whatever.
Ryan Michael wants to know where the special lady bit is.
Don't we all, mate? Don't we all?
Tommy Huddleston says, "What the absolute F is going on in the world right now?"
True that.
Colin Maxwell says, "Yeah, what version of my ex-wife will I get to deal with today?" Why can't... So Zach Matthews from Oklahoma, a listener from across the sea, why can't Oklahomans' weather be just cold or warm? We'll be yet again in the 60s and 70s this week, just to below freezing for 2 days, then back in the 60s and highs.
Oh, mate, welcome to England, because we think we've got like a weird climate. We can have glorious sun with rain on top of it. We can have snow with rain. I mean, I've seen every climate this week. I've had wind, sunshine, rain, and snow.
I think there was all 4 seasons yesterday.
It was crazy.
Bonkers. Danny Lane says, "Why don't cereal bags have Ziploc?" I mean, that's a question.
Let's edit that out, because I'm going to track us down that.
Well, why is pizza round, comes in a square box, and we eat it in triangles? Right, why is the object of golf to play the least amount of golf?
Yeah, when you have fun playing, man. Like every other sport is trying to get as much as you can, isn't it?
Yeah. And then finally, Hugh Hill says, "What is the passcode to a crypto Wales account of all?" No idea what that means.
What a guy.
Absolutely no idea what that means. So some, varied answers there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, the crux of it is these things we're not allowed to know, because it wouldn't that take the fun out of life? So going back to like, I want to know why we're here. Well, isn't that the fun of why we're here? Like, we've all got this like one-upmanship on each other. We've got this like greed problem. We've got this like philanthropy problem where we're like trying to help each other. That's life. We're just all a bit different and all want to do different things. And then that's what makes it great.
Yeah, and there's like certain films and stuff out there, isn't there, that like is it The Invention of Lying, where you can't lie? But that in itself has its own issues, doesn't it?
I ain't seen that. I've seen Liar.
Almost the same thing.
Is it? Yeah.
Almost the same.
As deep.
Yeah. The Truman Show.
Never told you, I think I'm in Truman Show.
Everybody thinks they're in Truman Show.
I genuinely think I'm Truman. It does my wife said it. To the point where we'll do something, I'll be like, I'm in a Truman Show here. What's going on?
Do you turn around and like start talking to a camera? And stuff?
I'm looking at like thinking, we're in a set here. I go places and I think, yeah, this can't be real. What's going on here?
Like your own bedroom.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. And I once picked up like this. I opened a door and there's like cameras looking, and it said like the Sheldon Show. And I was like, what's going on here?
Nobody tune in and watch that.
No, to be fair, I wouldn't watch it, and I'm just there.
There's some proper rubbish on TV. Probably people would just tune in and watch that. Actually,
yeah.
What's your plonker pod this week? I'm going to let you go first because I've got a story and I need some advice on it.
Oh, deep.
So from my story, go on.
Mine's a really weird one, and there's probably more to come from it. Like, we got called out last week, not doing our research. It's quite live, as in like it's as we're recording this, it's only just hit. So Man United beat Leeds 4-2 today.
Yeah, they did.
Harry Maguire scored.
Good bit of research.
Harry Maguire scored.
He did, yeah.
And he did knee slide, didn't he?
I didn't see it.
Okay, he did knee slide. There's a photo of Harry Maguire doing knee slide, and over his shoulder you can see some like glum Leeds fans. Now Harry Maguire's put this on his social media, and somebody's face has been photoshopped. So they've shown like the original photo. They've shown the original photo, and they've shown the one that Harry Maguire posted. And the guy's face has been photoshopped out and a new face put on. And it's like proper blatant to the point where you look at it, everything's quite blur, apart from this guy's quite clear. It's like, what's the point? They haven't blurred out anybody else or changed their own. So I want to know why. What's the purpose? My plonker is, how crazy the world we live in where we have to Photoshop photos.
I think I might know the answer to this. Could this possibly some guy that's maybe should be at the football but isn't at the football? And when he says to his missus, I was at the football all day, love.
Yeah, but why is Harry Maguire getting involved?
Or maybe he was robbing a bank or something. And goes, I definitely wasn't robbing a bank because you can see me there on the football. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But the photo went on, like, let's say Lad Bible, they posted the photo first, or Sky Sports posted it first. Harry Maguire's taking that photo because it's a pretty good photo of him on his knee slides. He's like sort of like got his shoulders like sort of semi-looking over to his like side profile face. But you can see the fans. And then for his one that he's published on his own Twitter, there's a Photoshop. One fan, nothing else, just one fan. And it's been picked up like around the world, like, why have you photoshopped this one person?
So Harry Maguire's done it?
Well, I'm not saying Harry Maguire's done it, but whoever Harry Maguire's representation is has photoshopped this photo. And to the point where it's just so blatant, it's not even like, it's crackers.
Let's have to see if I can find this. Just so I know what you're talking about. It's a different person.
Oh, it's definitely a different head that's been put on it. But to what purpose is unbelievable. Like, it's like it don't fit. But like nothing else has been photoshopped. So anyway, I'm waiting for this story to break on why this is a thing. Because it's bizarre. Have you come across a new story that I've come across earlier on?
No, so I've just seen it on his Twitter, and the guy, the picture's there of the photoshopped person. So somebody's obviously picked that up. I wonder if, well, it's obviously, like say, probably somebody of his representatives sent him the picture and gone, put this on your Instagram.
I wonder if it's
Twitter.
I wonder if he's the representation. He's just like photoshopped himself into the photo.
Yeah,
but
or if he's like a Man United fan being put in Leeds End or something like that. Or,
yeah, like a joke.
Yeah,
or like backroom staff or something.
Yeah, I think somebody's definitely sent him the wrong picture to upload, or they've uploaded the wrong picture.
Yeah, but like I say, the plonker is, what's going on? Like, why is it a news story? Why is it a thing?
I don't know. It shouldn't really make the news, should it?
It popped up my thing and I was like, what is going on here? That's why it's plonker for me, because like, why someone photoshopped it? That's my first like plonker. Because if it's someone that shouldn't be there or shouldn't be, you can barely see the photo. Like the Photoshop, you can see it clearer, the head, than you can Photoshop.
Yeah, there's much better ways to Photoshop as well, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? You can get that is blatant. That's like if I was going to do it.
Oh yeah, it's proper cut out.
Cut around somebody's and stuck on somebody's head's not quite aligned with body and stuff. Yeah. That's how I'd have done it. So if somebody wanted to do it properly, they could do it a whole lot better than that.
So that's my plonker. It's not really interesting, but
you're right.
My oh mate, harsh.
No, do you know what? It's your story.
I can't wait for yours now. Come on, what's your problem? Because I'm going to kick you.
Right, so this is, I don't know if I'm the plonker here.
Yeah, you are.
Right, so yesterday I was out at a well-known supermarket, which I'm not going to mention, just because you'll find out anyway.
Does it end with T and begins with T and ends in O?
No.
Or begins with M and ends with S?
No. Right, so this supermarket has a separate entrance and an exit. So you go in one door as your entrance, once you've gone through the tills, you come out another door as an exit. I'm painting the picture so you'll understand. I was near the front doors as you come in, and I saw a lady with a trolley go out of the entrance door, right, follow me so far.
Mm-hmm.
She got outside and then was met by a gentleman, and they just shot off across the car park with their trolley.
Well, the woman did?
Yeah. At quite a speed, right? Never looked back. And where the car park was, they were parked not even in the car park. They had to lift the trolley up over the curb to cross a road to go into another car park, which I didn't keep watching, but I presume the car was parked there. Right, so they've blatantly nicked all that shopping. They've literally just gone out of the indoor. Because why would you park, if you've got a full load of shopping, why would you park in another car park?
Oh, yeah.
If you're a bit suspicious about doing it, you might look back and see if anybody's watching you, wouldn't you? These never, and they're proper scurried as well. Nobody moved that fast with a trolley since Cold Running's practice session 1. So, are they the plonker, or am I the plonker for not doing anything about it? And I'll be honest, it proper paid me off.
Why? Because you think they're shoplifted?
They're definitely blatantly shoplifted. A full trolley's worth of gear as well.
Was it bagged?
Nope.
Yeah, you definitely saw it. That's probably no bagging these days. Like, like I'll go do like a full shopping, not have my bags in the boot, because I shop at a place where they seem to want to ram them through the checkout as quick as they can.
Yeah.
And they get sculled down to the end. So I chuck it back in my trolley, and then I'll go bag at my boot in my own leisure type thing. But I could genuinely just walk. Oh, it's Little Aldi, isn't it? I just realised. Because that's like an entrance and exit different in here. Oh, thief!
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
where's your park? On like Grange Road or something?
No, it wasn't at our local.
Oh, right.
But that's what I mean. Am I the plonker? Should I go back in the shop and tell them? But then I think as well, what if they had paid for it? I mean, I don't understand why she left the entrance.
Through the entrance, yeah.
Because you couldn't get through the exit. And obviously, if you go through the exit and try nipping outside, somebody's going to blatantly go, what the heck are you doing? But it paid me off that they'd been that cheeky to do it. And then I was kind of annoyed with myself that I didn't do nothing about it. I certainly weren't going to challenge them because I'm not that kind of person.
So once you get to that courtyard bit, you're good to go out, yeah. That's good to know.
And obviously, you've got to wait for somebody to come. I mean, I'm not telling people how to do it.
I've done this before where I've like, I think it was like in lockdown where I've like, I wanted to come out of my car, so I've gone to try and get back out, and obviously I've walked at doors, I've come in and gone, wow, they're open. I've had to wait for someone to come so I can get out. Yeah. But I've left my trolley in the place. Right, now for my shopping, like, it wasn't me. What a thief.
I'd quite like to know what other people would have done in that situation.
I'd done the same as you, gone, so
I watched them.
Stealing shopping.
I watched them because I think in my own mind I wanted clarification that they definitely nicked it. But, citizen's arrest, was it going to take them down?
No, because they could have spiked you out.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, innit? They could have done anything. But maybe I should have gone back to the shop and said, I think 2 people have just nicked.
2 people?
Well, there was a man and a woman.
So the man met the woman to let her out, and then, it's definitely theft, isn't it? Yeah. I thought when you started the story, a man was just blatantly walking into his shop, and they passed each other.
Oh no!
So he was waiting for her, so she let him back out.
Yeah, they both left together.
Definitely theft then, mate. Yeah. Why don't you do something about it? That is definitely theft.
Yeah, bad people. I hate people like that. Proper makes me feel a bit funny inside because it's just wrong, isn't it?
Well, I must think, why am I? Playing with society because
we're good people.
We are good people, but we just get anywhere.
Yeah, and I don't want to go on about it, but that wasn't their first time.
No, that's what I'm saying. So they've got away for so long, and thinking, well, why do they get free shopping? I don't.
Yeah,
I pay my way, sort of thing. See, like government, they have a party. I want a large party. Why did they get to have a party and I didn't? I wanted a party.
I like to believe a bit in karma, so I think
what comes around goes around. Yeah, I get that. But
I was kind of hoping as they crossed that road, just
boom, big articulate, boom, and you walk over and go, "Hello, love for bread, please, love."
Yeah, got a flat tire on the trolley. Yeah, so that so have a think. If anybody's listening, still listening at this point, just let me know what you'd do. Would you have challenged them? Would you have just left it?
Yeah.
Would you have gone back into the shop?
Nope.
Would you have just done what I did and
took me shower and got home and gone, say so next week, yeah? I'm following you out.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe I should have gone over and said, I know what you've done. Give me that loaf of bread and I won't say anything.
How do I get on this action?
I would never do that because I'm a good boy.
Good boy.
Right, let's do this all again next week.
Do we have to?
Your enthusiasm, I love it. Right,
I love it. It gets me out of the house.
I'll see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday, my friend.
And keep yourself smiling.
Stay safe, mate.
Thank you for listening right to the end of this week's podcast, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at dad_tales_ or get involved by emailing us at dadtales@outlook.com. You can also now join our Facebook page by searching Dad Tales.
Keep the feedback coming. We are genuinely humbled by all the input and the comments you are providing us. Stay safe, celebrate small victories, and keep smiling.